I wanted to take a quick look at this book. It's on Indiegogo, Captain Love. If you just search Indiegogo, Captain Love, it'll come up. I forget the artist's name. It's I saw him on Antonio Brice's channel. I think it's called Ikari Press. He was being interviewed. He seemed like a really interesting guy, and he was talking about this campaign. And it is a mature campaign, so it has adult themes. It's not for kids. But some interesting things about it is it's $20, and I think I heard him right. He said the shipping is free. So that's kind of crazy. It's got a whole bunch of variants and stuff. The thing is, he's a newcomer, but there's a lot of things going for the book. One, he seems like an intelligent guy who can craft a good story. Two, the art looks really, really good, and it's $20 for 72 beautiful full-color pages. First book's an ongoing series featuring the character. Okay, let's take just a second to look at this art. This is what comic book art is supposed to look like. Notice how the women are drawn. Notice the things on her chest. There's he's on a Space Lotus. Okay, they're doing Space Lotus stuff. Again, it's not, I mean, they're not going to show anything graphic here, but it is adult. It's not for, so that's, if you're not into that, I understand. It's cool. But, if you are into it, it's, looks like, what is that? Destro and Cobra Commander. But it looks cool. Okay. And then you get down to, even her armor has boob plates. And she's wearing a thong. That's awesome. Okay, we need more of that. Look at the chick. Boobs, hips. Beautiful people doing kick-ass things. So anyway, this is Captain Love on Indiegogo. He has a YouTube channel, but I couldn't find it. I already forgot the guy's name. So check it out if you like. Okay, on to Comicsgate Drama. This is by Thomas Rollup. Thomas Rollup? I don't know how it's pronounced. And it's retweeted by Ashline Comics, who's got some kind of YouTube channel. And I think he's fighting with someone else. But everyone so far is fighting with everyone else. And you think, oh, well, you talked about this person. You can't be friends with us. You can't sit at our table. It's like, well, are we being the mean girls? Have we become mean girls? Yes, we've become the mean girls. If someone is beefing with someone else, that means you won't have them on your show. You won't talk to them. Are we Lindsay Lohan? No, I mean, we should not be treated by Lindsay Lohan. I think she was a good girl in that character. Okay. The graphic says, people to kill. Oh, it says, Comicsgate, we're for professionalism, unlike SJWs who turn on each other all the time. Also, Comicsgate, people to kill. Nasser, Tim Lim, Mark Pellegrini, Mike S. Miller, Edwin Boyette, Doug Tenaple, Star Wars Girl, Ingleteen from I Love Comics, Rags, I forgot what he did. I talked to him a long, long time ago. Nerkish, Misashi, Shitty Web Comics, never heard of you. Revenge of the Seas, never heard of them. Douglas Ernst, he has a great channel, and he's doing more live streams now, which is really cool. I really like live streams. I can't wait to start doing my own, which will be just absolutely horrible. I will do live streams with nobody in the audience. I'll have to set up another cell phone just so I can have one person watching. Captain Cummings, I can't redress. Okay, you get the idea. What have we become? My God, man, what have we become? We've become the monsters. We've stared into the abyss too long, and we've become douchebag SJWs. And can we just stop fighting? There are so many freaking factions of people fighting with each other. We're acting like a bunch of bitches on their period. It's just ridiculous. It's just can we get together, have a couple of cocktails, smoke a joint, whatever drugs you're into. I'm sure that can be arranged, probably through Cecil, because he's a, alcoholic degenerate who's probably got a good handle on where to get drugs. He makes a good point. It's got Jawa Express. That name rings a bell, but like I said, I mean, if I mention somebody, they're like, oh, how dare you mention that person? Don't you know he's beefing with someone else? We're not 9-year-old girls. We're not. We're adults. I remember that guy's name. I don't remember. I think he's got a YouTube channel. Well, they're doing another character assassination of Mike and Edwin on Ethan's channel. I went in for a couple of minutes and thought, yep, doom and gloom is always in left. Yeah, maybe it's time we just, those three left each other alone. I'm not saying either one is at fault, and just, move on. Move on from the Twitter sniping, just emo girls on their period who haven't eaten in a week. And the YouTube channels, like, you don't need to mention other people on your YouTube when you guys were friends and now you're not friends. And the thing is, I hope in a year from now you're all friends again. It's just like we're all watching this, and this is like a soap opera for adults. It's like wrestling or something where the action is not that important. It's just the background of the people. It's like a reality show, really. Really is. It's like a really low budget reality show where everyone is kind of fat, bald, and ugly. Including myself. Yeah, they can't go a day without turning on each other, worse than social justice warriors do. Have they even ever went after social justice warriors for anything at all? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, that's the point. But can we go back to making fun of Ren Flamis, Gail Simone, CB Cebulski, Dan Slott, Mark Waid? Mark Waid is a complete and total douchebag. Most of the people I mentioned are just monsters. Can't we make fun of them? Aren't we all roughly going in the same direction? I mean, some of us are trolls and some of us are a little, edgier than others, but we all generally want the same thing, don't we? So what's the point of this infighting? Just circular firing squad. They're not holding back, especially Malin. He wants to rub it in Mike's face. I think they're buddies, so I think Malin is just joking with Mike. Malin made a video earlier, and Drawn in Quarters not a joke. Malin has raked it so he'll win every time. He did it last week, and he's done it again tonight. I won't be watching. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, that doesn't matter. Who wins Drawn in Quarters? So what? Malin's an excellent artist. Everyone who's on Drawn in Quarters is an excellent artist. They just have different styles. Some are more stylized, and some are more realistic. Whatever. They're all good. That's why they're there. And they're all drawing comic books. So I think that's kind of I wouldn't take that too seriously. I think he's going for a three-peat. I don't know when that show is on. I don't watch it too often. Yeah, of all the people still in Comicsgate, I don't see Ethan turning on Malin. Malin has always been entrenched in the Comicsgate 2 way of thinking. I'm not sure who is in Comicsgate 2 and 3. And I mean, there's original Comicsgate, and there's first there's really old school Comicsgate. You want to talk about Captain Cummings and Douglas Ernst. And then there's the our Lord and Savior Diversity in Comics, who kind of made the whole industry possible. And then he kind of stepped away from it because he's getting in a lawsuit with Mark Waid, which is probably going to cost $300,000. Check out his GoFundMe, because Mark Waid is really he's a horrible person. He's actually evil. I made this video a long time ago where I held the cell phone in my hand on low resolution, and I was reading the deleted GoFundMe comments on Mark Waid's GoFundMe that he said he would not delete. So I screen capped them because I know he's just a lying douchebag, and I read them on the shaky phone, and I got like 700 views on that video, and then I did it in high definition, still without a tripod, and I got 3,000 views on that video. So I'm gonna eventually just do it over again, and like, if you've already seen it, you've already seen it, but I want at least a high definition thing of those deleted comments, just as kind of a record, just to push back against these people. People had a lot to say about Mark Waid on those his deleted GoFundMe comments. I mean, if you search YouTube for Mark Waid's deleted GoFundMe comments, those 2 videos will pop up, and I'll put a third one on. We can. I mean, I don't want people to forget what he's done, and I'm not saying allegedly or accused of doing. I'm saying the things. Get in focus. I've actually seen firsthand his Facebook comments, his deposition, his testimony, his Twitter activity. He doesn't want any of us to be in this industry whatsoever, at all. Any of us, we're all far right to him. Most people here, they just want to. Well, one, they want to make money, and a lot of people just want to make money by giving you the product that you want. Isn't that what we want? A fair exchange of goods and services, just a beautiful contract. You give me the book without SJW propaganda, decent art, and a fun story, and I give you your $35. But like I said, this guy earlier has a $20 free shipping. I don't know how he does that for a 72-page book that looks good and is of a mature adult nature. So you can check that out. It's Captain Love on Indiegogo. All of them were okay with it until they weren't, especially guys like Miller, who flat out had an effeminate conniption over me pointing out that Ethan threatened Nerkish with getting doxxed. I I'm not sure if Ethan threatened Nerkish or Ethan was just letting Nerkish know that the Kiwi Farms SJWs and the nut jobs out there were trying to dox him because of his Discord server. From what I've heard, Discord is absolutely cancer. One second. He says, I think a lot of people, including creators, got caught up in it, and then once some were able to see things for what they were, they left. I watched some old streams from last year. I see a huge difference with cringe behavior back then and now. I went back last night. I watched 2 old streams from a year ago. Oh my God, things were different. Things were different. We have moved into acting like SJWs. I mean, we have moved to the left. We've just softened up because it's gone so commercial, which I totally understand. Obviously, it is a commercial enterprise. But, I mean, there's a thing of selling out your beliefs. I think we need to, I don't know, take another look at what our goals are. I mean, ultimately to sell good books, but do we want to be so politically correct for the sake of commercialism? Or just kind of, I mean, listen, anyone who's associated with Comicsgate is never going to work in mainstream industry ever again. You are absolutely blacklisted and dead to them. That's why Mike Miller called his channel Blacklist Universe. There's no Comicsgate, only War Campaign. Yeah. Anyway, I thought this was interesting. This people to kill. Nasser. Poor Nasser. Poor Nasser. Why do you eat on the camera? I hope you stop that. I just, that's nasty. Okay, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you on the next episode.